Good morning, I'm your host, Jordan Thomas.
And I'm Noah Pratt.
Welcome to Good Morning Borough. The top stories are the UPV interview,
The library final,
book rentals,
and graduation.
The Edinboro University Programming Board is the source for student activities that includes movies, comedians, concert trips, and much more. The board has some great events scheduled for next semester that I don't want to give away yet, but trust me, you'll be in for a great time with your friends. For more information on the programming board and events going on, follow them on Instagram at Edinboro UPB or send them an email, edinboroupb@edinboro.edu. Finals are in full swing. While you're trying to study this week, make sure that you head over to the library for some stress relief, courtesy of the Learning Commons on the second floor of the library. Free coffee, donuts, and stress-free goodie bags are being offered throughout the week. Today, along with coffee and donuts, you'll have the chance to enjoy a free lunch in celebration of the Cinco de Mayo. As you're wrapping up things this week, don't forget to turn in those rental books to the bookstore. Rentals are due back by 5:30 p.m. on May 3rd or need to be postmarked by May 4th if you're mailing the books back. Congratulations to all of the 2019 seniors graduating this semester. Commencement is Saturday morning at 10 a.m. in McComb Fieldhouse. Doors open at 8:30 and graduates must report at 9 a.m. for lineup, so don't party too hard the night before. www.edinboro.com will be streaming the YouTube channel of Edinboro Now, and we'll have a full graduation on there if you don't have tickets. Next, we'll be hearing from Noah for all things Borough sports after a quick commercial break.
Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
Oh, what a play!
18 universities.
How competitive is this?
23 championships.
It's over. We have new PSAC champs.
7,100 student athletes. Make the PSAC yours.
My PSAC is passion.
My PSAC is pride.
PSAC is Pennsylvania.
Passion, pride, Pennsylvania. The Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference.
Good morning, Borough. Noah here to bring you one last recap on Edinboro sports for the year. We only have 3 more teams still in season, but there's still too much action to follow. Although the tennis team got a break leading into the playoffs, the track and field team had athletes participating in the Red Flash Open and the Gina Relays, all while the softball team played 4 games over the weekend in hopes of a playoff berth. So let's get caught up. For the women's track and field team, Stephanie Parsons led the team as consistently as ever with a great 5,000-meter run. Timed at 17:04, it was her personal best for the season by over a minute and the best in the PSAC for the year. At the Red Flash Open, Kendra Rice posted the only other PSAC qualifying mark time for the women, finishing second in the shot put. The team has one more chance competing in the SRU Last Chance Meet this Friday with hopes of sending a couple more athletes to the PSACs May 9th through the 11th. On the men's side, 4 athletes met the PSAC qualifying mark. The only athlete of those 4 to come from the Gina Relays happened to shine the most as Colton Castle participated in the 10,000-meter run. Running a conference and personal best, 30 minutes and 41 seconds, Castle should be watched as we eye closer to the PSACs. The 3 athletes besides Castle who qualified were Trey Smith, Devin Brown, and Noah Shettle. Good luck to the boys and girls as everyone eyes postseason play. Meanwhile, our softball team went into the weekend up 2 games on Slip and Cal for the final playoff spot in the PSAC tournament, but started with a very tough matchup on Saturday with a doubleheader against conference leader Gannon. The team proved that they're nothing to look over, splitting the games on senior day, winning the first game 5-2 before dropping game 2 7-2. Congratulations to the 12 seniors honored on Saturday. The conference battle was far from over though, as another doubleheader was slated Sunday at Mercyhurst. And with all 3 teams playing over the weekend, lots of things changed. Eventually, the team needed 1 of 2 wins on Sunday to clinch the final spot, which the ladies did and some, sweeping the series with scores of 9-0 and 5-3. That clinched the girls' first playoff berth since 2014. The Lady Scots can turn their attention quickly to the tournament now with a game versus Kutztown today, May 1st at noon. So tune in and support the girls as they make some postseason strides. Moving forward, the tournament offers very good opponents such as Bloomsburg, Westchester, and Gannon. But the Edinboro team has a lot of experience and talent and definitely shouldn't be overlooked. After the busy weekend, the university held its yearly athletic banquet on Sunday, also known as the Scotties. To highlight the event, the first-year cross-country coach Clayton Foster won Coach of the Year, leading the men's team to their first conference championship since 2012, as well as a third-place regional performance. On the women's side, they won their regional performance after a close second in PSACs, and they placed 23rd at nationals. It's hard to top that, Coach. Zaril Hundrick won the Sox Harrison Male Athlete of the Year, turning in not only an All-American performance on the football field, but also an invitation to the Chicago Bears minicamp. Jonte Walton, meanwhile, won the Nancy Acker Female Athlete of the Year award as the D1 transfer led our women's basketball team on the court for her final 3 years. A huge congratulations to these noted athletes, but these awards are just to highlight the event. The banquet in entirety can be seen at Edinboro Now on YouTube, as well as many more university events throughout the year. That's all that I'm going to have for sports this year, guys. Make sure you follow along with all their postseason endeavors on the University Athletic website at GoFightingScots.com or on Twitter at Borough Athletics. Personally, I'd like to thank the athletic department, campus media, and everyone in between who helps make things like this possible and keep our campus active and alive. You know who you are. We don't need to name you, but we really, truly do thank you. That's all I got this year, guys. Go Scots. Garrett, wouldn't you say it's been a great year in sports?
Yeah, guys, you guys did your thing. Borough always does their thing. It's a very good year.
Can't ask for much more.
Yeah.
What do you have for us today, though?
Oh, today, guys, I will be bringing you 7 things that I wish I knew as a freshman. Everybody who's a senior, like me, wish that they knew some of these things, which are very vital. And yeah, I'm just gonna tell you a few things. So freshman year of college can be both exciting and unbelievably daunting at the same time. Not only do you experience the first day of school jitters, but you're also coping with leaving home and entering a completely new world, almost adulthood. From tackling time management to making sure I ate healthy, there are so many things I wish I knew about freshman year of college. So here are 7 things I wish I knew as a freshman. Number 1, do not, and I repeat, do not buy books from your campus bookstore. It's a scam, trust me. Go to your neighborhood bookstore, Amazon, check, whatever, just don't buy books from the bookstore. Number 2, pick a major you love, but be smart about it, and get as much intern work experience as you can. If you do, it doesn't matter what college you went to, honestly. Experience is always what we need. Number 3, for all you invincible people who think it's cool to stay up all night, newsflash, mom is in here to wake you up for class. Time management is one thing, but sleep is another. Get as much rest as possible. 8 to 9 hours of sleep will have you feeling like a superhuman. If you think you can live off 5 hours of sleep, you're wrong. Go to sleep. Number 4, the first friends you make will not, and I repeat, they will not be your only close friends, okay? It's totally normal to latch on to the first people that you meet, but remember that you can always choose to explore other friend groups. Take a leap of faith and sit with a different group of people. Join in on an interesting conversation you may have been afraid to join in on. I mean, let's be honest. I have 2 long-term freshman friends, and as for the rest of the freshman besties, I haven't spoke to them since freshman year. Number 5, utilize the gym. Oh my gosh, I wish I did. Not only is it the only time you'll ever have a free membership, but you will gain the freshman 15 no matter what, or no matter how fit you are in high school. Number 6, live off campus. You will learn life skills, develop a lot faster than your classmate in the dorms. Cooking, cleaning, bills, rent, I'm telling you, you're gonna learn it. And in some cases, off-campus living can be like way more affordable. Number 7, don't make decisions out of fear. Write for the school paper. You'll wish you had the bylines later. Try out for plays, even if you don't get parts the first few times. Flirt with guys, flirt with girls, even if sometimes you get shot down. Seek out help if you need it before you really need it. Everyone fails and has private embarrassments, but risking things is also how you find the greatest success. All right, guys, that's all I have for 7 things I wish I knew about when I was a freshman. Always avoid Friday 8 a.m. classes. And yeah, always keep hydrated. Next up will be Shane and Courtney after this commercial break.
Campus Media, take 3. Action.
All right, everyone, let's get this all cleared up. I would never tell you to join Campus Media, even if I was in a commercial for Campus Media. I mean, even if you were watching me live, right now, I wouldn't tell you to join, no matter what that cue card says.
Just say what's on the cue card.
Even when I'm hosting my own radio show, making podcasts, or even playing my favorite songs live on air, I still wouldn't tell you to join Campus Media. Even when I'm writing, editing, and even taking photos for the campus newspaper, I still wouldn't tell you to join Campus Media. Even when I'm at a live sporting event and I'm catching all of this epic footage, I still wouldn't tell you to join Campus Media. But even when I'm in a room filled with Campus Media members and they're all wearing their super cool Campus Media t-shirts, I still wouldn't tell you to join. I would ask you, do you want to join Campus Media?
Good. Sorry.
Good morning, Borough. I'm Courtney.
And I'm Shane.
And today, as we take a look outside, you can tell it's really sunny, and above Shane's head, you can see the nice sunshine.
Look at that camera. Look at that. There's a little flare up there, too, and everything.
Yeah.
All right, guys. And for this episode of Our Weather, we decided to do something special. We want to send a nice farewell and goodbye to our lead news anchor, Jordan Thomas. Jordan is a nice anchor and classmate to work with and always knows how to handle a stressful situation. We'd like to show a rundown of Jordan's moments here on Good Morning Bro. Play the video.
I'm your host, Jordan Thomas, and welcome to Good Morning Borough. These are the campus's top stories and events for the week. For the month of February, Edinburgh Center for Diversity and Inclusion is hosting. Good morning. I'm your host, Jordan Thomas, and welcome to Good Morning Borough. These are the campus's top stories and events. I'm your host, Jordan Thomas, and welcome to Good Morning Borough. These are the campus's top stories and events for the week. The Edinburgh Chapter Association of Pennsylvania State College and University Facilities hosted a faculty from this past February. Top stories and events for the week. The month of March is now. Good morning, Borough. I'm your host, Jordan Thomas. The Uncomfortable Conversation series continued this past month. Good morning, Borough. I'm your host, Jordan Thomas.
And I'm your co-host, Kiara Riddick.
Professors and students alike both shared and learned significant information regarding the lives of particular Jewish women throughout the 19th century up to present day. Good morning, Borough. I'm your host, Jordan Thomas.
And I'm Noah Pratt.
Last Wednesday, two of Edinburgh's professors. Good morning, Borough. I'm your host, Jordan Thomas.
And I'm Noah Pratt.
Today is Friday, April 12th, 2019, and your top stories for today are your library renovations,
The Pennsylvania Promise.
Apollo 11 remembered,
Talk about your future.
and this week's Man on the Street question is, what's in your pocket? So. Oh, if I hear correctly, I think that may be the Edinburgh Homecoming Band coming up right now.
I don't see him yet. I'm hoping I'm gonna see him eventually. There's a lot of people on here today, so the streets are very packed. So I'm trying to see over everyone as of right now.
Jordan, you will be missed, and you're going to be hard to replace. Best of luck to you in your future.
Oh, thank you, Shane.
Yes, it is.
Thank you, guys.
We're gonna miss you.
And we're going to go over to Rhiannon for her... Rhiannon. I'm sorry. For her movie review of the week.
For those who think, those who create, those who have big ideas, like really, really big, some would call them crazy ideas. For those who have been told no, no chance, and not you. Those who never miss practice, even at 6 a.m. Those who break a sweat, break hearts. Edinboro.edu.
Your last film review of the week. I am ending the semester with a review. Well, it's not really a review, it's a promotion because I haven't seen the film yet, but I will be talking about Avengers Endgame to end the year and the end of an 11-year reign with Avengers Endgame. Here's the trailer.
God, seems like 1,000 years ago. I fought my way out of that cave, became Iron Man. Realized I loved you. I know I said no more surprises, but I was really hoping to pull off one last one.
As of right now, this won't be my usual review, as I have not seen Avengers Endgame. I did, however, want to stress that this might in fact be the biggest selling film of all time due to the 22 films that have led up to this point. As a lifelong Marvel fan, and while some films in the MCU are better than others, I plan to go into the film with an open mind, knowing that some liberties might in fact be taken. I am also aware that the film will be a plethora of emotions, possibly more so than Infinity War. I should mention as well that the film itself is about 3 hours long, so prepare yourself as you wish. Looking back on the past semester, I have reviewed Avengers Infinity War, last year's reimagining of Suspiria, Velvet Buzzsaw, The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, the third remake of A Star is Born, Captain Marvel, The Favorite, Pet Sematary, Roma, and today's film Endgame. Of all the films I reviewed, Suspiria is possibly my favorite due to how much it moved me and for the way it reworked the original 1977 screenplay. That was your film review, or rather promotion, for the week and the last of the year. Have a killer summer.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in to our last show of the semester. Remember, for all things Borough, tune in to www.edinboronow.com and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Edinboro Now. It's been a pleasure anchoring this show. Have a great summer, everyone. And we're done.
Good job, guys. Good work. Good work.